Annalise and Olivia, and we are marketing interns for Fiat. For this presentation, we have focused specifically on the Fiat 500, and we will discuss and evaluate the product itself, the marketplace, various marketing campaigns, and the consumer. To conclude, we have suggested 3 recommendations that we believe the company could implement in the future to increase the consumer base and ROI. Fiat are an Italian car manufacturer that have been producing vehicles for over 100 years. Since starting in 1899, Fiat have grown their business within the car manufacturing industry and currently claim many impressive accolades. The first car produced by Fiat was the 3.5 HP, and only 24 were manufactured by 150 workers. Comparing that to today, Fiat now owns 7 major factories across the globe and employ over 50,000 people. This presentation will be focusing specifically on the Fiat 500 by Fiat, a car that was first launched in 1957 and was desired by a wide variety of consumers within Italy, from the commercial traveller to the doctor, from the mother to the worker, and it was designed to be cheap, functional and an economical town car for post-war Italy. In 2007, Fiat launched their 500 model in order to rival their competitors such as Mini and Beetle, who were putting a new spin on their classic models and bringing them back to the marketplace. Now, over 6 million Fiat 500s have been sold, and the recent comeback saw many changes to the vehicle. However, the most notable change was the many personalisation combination options, including colours, trims and interior. Although Fiat are regularly competing with the automotive brand giants, in 2016, Fiat sales reached their best monthly total since 2004, and their market share grew from 2.4% to 2.5%. It is thought that due to the arrival of the newer 500 model and the increasing publicity surrounding the vehicle, the total sales figures of the 500 reached a record high by the end of March in 2016, with Fiat claiming buyers are won over by the benefits of its new technologies and increased personalisation options.
IMC, the anagram used for Integrated Marketing Communications, is a process of implementing various forms of persuasive communication programs with customers over a period of time. It drives brand value and is known as a cross-functional process for creating profitable relationships with customers by strategically influencing all messages sent to these groups.
So what does Fiat actually do? Fiat 500 have been well known for utilising brand ambassadors and celebrity endorsers such as J-Lo and Big Black to market their car. And in September 2015, they hired Initials Marketing to run an events and PR campaign with the marketing objective of boosting engagement and creating a buzz around the Fiat brand using music activation. Initials Marketing recruited upcoming artist Ella Eyre to release a remastered track in order to support Fiat 500's remastered car. Ella's rendition of the Emotions' Best of My Love was performed with a car on stage on a revolving record player at an exclusive London venue in front of 150 specifically invited journalists, Fiat VIPs and celebrities. The use of celebrity endorsers and advertising campaigns can be used to cut through media clutter and hold consumers' attention. Celebrities can also increase brand credibility and influence purchase intention of the consumer. The Epic integrated campaign then continued to run throughout the duration of September, with 4 bespoke films made in exclusive content for their YouTube channel, a promotion with Capital Radio, artist and brand content with their own websites, and tactical press in the Daily Telegraph. A campaign analysis revealed that £8.5 million worth of PR was achieved against a target of 500,000, along with 812 million media impressions versus a target of 35 million.
Music has proved to be an integral part of Fiat 500's marketing strategies. Since May 2016, Fiat have been running a campaign entitled Fresh, which features the blooming lovely refreshed Fiat 500 complete with all new swanky features. The TV advert for Fresh incorporated TX track Sunshine and proved so successful with consumers that it appeared in the Drum's Most Shazammed ads chart for 4 weeks running, reinforcing that song choice is imperative.
Your sunshine shining down on me. Your sunshine shining down on me. Yes, your love is so high.
TV campaign was to showcase Fiat 500's new fresh colour range with a print ad showing the car unpeeling from a lemon twist and even unfurling from a crisply packaged shoebox. Fiat 500 also ran a 5-day pop-up bar at Old Street Underground station in June, just 1 month after the launch of their successful TV advert. The aim of the bar was for commuters to have their summer thirst quenched and palates freshened with a taste of modern Italy, the Fiat 500's beloved heritage through supplying free granitas, a frozen dessert made of crushed flavoured ice. The bold flavours were inspired by Fiat 500's fresh new colour update, including cranberry, sour apple and blueberry. But of course, no PR campaign would be complete without a bit of digital marketing. To receive a free granita, all customers needed to do was take a photo of their chosen flavour and share it on social media with a suitably named hashtag #FreshNew500 and show their post at the bar to redeem their free treat. This is a successful marketing tool, as research suggests that consumers are significantly more attracted to brands who reward customers for interacting with them or for sharing personal data.
Fiat 500 have also been known for getting involved with topical challenges in order to further engage their audience and demonstrate that they are up to date with the trends. One example of this is their video for the ALS Charity Ice Bucket Challenge in September 2014, where a YouTube video was published in order to drive awareness of the cause. Another includes their fun involvement with the world record for the tightest parallel park in January 2015.
Yet the brand affinity was also further boosted by CSR with their participation in the 2015 Expo Milano event, which focuses on the theme of feeding the planet in energy for life. Fiat 500 supplied a fleet of vehicles that are designed to provide sustainable mobility in order to transport over 140 companies and 20 million visitors from around the globe on the exposition site that covers 1 million square metres over a period of 6 months. From our evaluation of Fiat 500's existing marketing strategies, we have been able to establish that the brand and products are heavily involved with IMC and have a wide media mix, yet this could also be to do with keeping up with their competitors' marketing approaches. Fiat's competitors include other smaller cars that are also commonly associated with first-time buyers, and we will be taking a closer look at the Mini Cooper and VW Beetle.
Rivaling Fiat's young and trendy cars is the Mini Cooper. Mini also target the younger consumer, primarily women aged 20 to 34. Mini describes their target consumer as being someone young, ambitious and image conscious. Mini's current marketing strategy is to appeal more to the male market by selecting major sporting events to aid promotion of the cars. For example, in 2014 the Grand National offered a perfect opportunity for Mini to showcase the cars to a much wider male audience. With the event showing Mini's fun and go-getting spirit, it seemed a perfect platform for the brand to utilise. Mini's play with words such as more horses than Aintree and topical joke more horses than a lasagna, following the horse meat scandal that year, captured the essence of the event whilst promoting the brand. These adverts ran alongside relevant editorial press such as the Telegraph Sport. Mini have also introduced interactive features on their website, such as a Design Your Own Mini tool. The feature also provides games, screensavers and wallpapers, engaging the consumer with the brand in a fun, exciting way, as well as appealing to the digital-savvy younger target market.
The Volkswagen Beetle is also a key competitor to the Fiat 500. Similar to the Mini and Fiat, the Beetle is also a modern reboot of an iconic classic car, and the three are often associated with each other in the motoring world. Just like the Mini, the Beetle has always been popular and performed well amongst the younger demographic and has historically been favoured by women. Recently, the design has undergone changes to become a more masculine and aggressive model than the previous car in order to attract more male consumers, hence broadening their target audience. This new model was supported by an advertising launch run by agency Adam & Eve with a through-the-line campaign spanning across TV and cinema and was supported by press and outdoor executions, appropriately named It's Back, Flower Power and Deja VW. However, the brand suffered backlash in 2015 after a report found that the company had been falsifying figures representing their emission rates, which made their reputation suffer. For the company to respond to this, they created an ad that deliberately focused on people and their relationship with the car rather than technology, with a tagline, "Then, now, always," while a voiceover depicts the brand as a lifelong companion. The European-wide TV campaign was further supported by print and digital activity.
Now we'll be looking at the consumer. Fiat 500's typical consumer can be understood to lead a certain lifestyle, hold certain attributes and values surrounding personalisation and design, in which creates a target audience of this car. Rather than a strict age bracket or demographic, the target market is a lifestyle choice and a psychographic rather than a demographic. It can be assumed that the attributes and psychographic factors of this lifestyle include freedom, price sensitivity, design, personalisation, practicality, style, convenience, and leading a modern lifestyle. However, as a result of the various marketing activities discussed, the Fiat 500 has been interpreted to primarily be targeted towards the profile of a young professional female, within the age bracket of 25 to 35 and a social grade of ABC1. The consumer behaviour, dynamics and consumption patterns are evident as a result of the various marketing campaigns discussed. To expand on the Fresh campaign mentioned, Fiat promoted this campaign by placing a 2-page spread of centred advertisements in a London Metro newspaper. This multi-sensory campaign targets underground passengers and commuters who are both fashion conscious, young and thinking of buying a car, reinforcing exactly who their consumer is. Also, the collaboration with Ella Eyre and the form of event marketing enforces the theme of targeting to young females, who would be a fan of this singer and thus they would be interested in that car that has an affiliation with her. In relation to competitors, take the Mini for example, Fiat determined their price strategy to attract more customers based on their price competitiveness, starting from £9,950, as opposed to the Mini, which focused more on communicating the reputation of being a British symbol and thus asking for a more expensive price. Fiat therefore created a new market appealing to those young, stylish, independent-minded buyers who are price conscious. This is demonstrated in their YouTube ad released in June 2017 called Driving Wardrobe. This had a positive and humorous feel targeting the younger generation, in particular young girls. Fiat showcases that the car has other benefits, doubling up as a wardrobe appealing to their target audience, knowing that they are likely to carry around spare clothes and shoes. Marketing activities as this influences the process of buying a Fiat and can be demonstrated through the consumer decision-making process, which are outlined in our presentation material.
Promotions tend to shape awareness, knowledge, liking, conviction, preference and purchase of a product or brand, all of which are stages of the hierarchy of effects model. The model states that there are 6 steps a consumer moves through when making a purchase. So now we will critically evaluate Fiat's marketing methods. As previously stated within this presentation, the Ella Eyre campaign analysis revealed that £8.5 million worth of PR was achieved against a target of £500,000. Along with 812 million media impressions versus a target of 35 million. There is no doubt that the campaign was a success, yet we believe that this was due to the use of a music appeal and a popular upcoming artist. Studies have found that celebrity endorsements can be really effective and influence purchase intentions of the consumer. It could also be argued that due to the use of a female artist promoting this brand, that it attracted Fiat's key demographic of young females. With a strong media mix, Fiat 500's campaign completely surpassed all of their targets and created a widespread buzz around their product. This is supported by the 2016 sales figures of the Fiat 500 being the best monthly total since 2004. According to Fiat Press, the Fiat 500 was refreshed in the autumn of 2015 and is now regaining stellar sales momentum. The strong advertising campaign was run throughout the autumn of 2015 to attract consumers to the new and improved Fiat 500, resulted in a surge of monthly sales, thus creating a shared experience between consumers, creating a brand community for the product.
During Fiat's integrated Fresh campaign, a wide media mix was used in order to capture a wider audience's attention. The song used for the campaign helped consumers to create a positive emotional connection with the brand, with a repeated use of the word sunshine, prompting certain experiences or memories of summer and happy moments. Studies have also shown that music generates a higher recall rate amongst consumers. The pop-up bar in Old Street Station, a location renowned for nightlife and a younger commuter, which offered free drinks to commuters who tweeted Fresh New 500, is also clever, as research suggests that consumers are more attracted to companies who reward the customer for interacting with their brand. This may encourage consumers to develop a preference towards Fiat and engage with consumers outside of their target audience. As a whole, the Fresh campaign utilised bright, vibrant colours throughout all forms of media, once again reiterating the new colour schemes on offer with the new car. These colours and associations with flowers can also be more closely identified with females, the demographic that Fiat 500 are trying to target. Therefore, they have worked successfully to target their consumer segment.
The key drivers of a brand's identity and reputation are public relations, the communication of corporate success stories and corporate social responsibility. Therefore, when Fiat 500 got on board with activities such as the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge and the Expo Milano event, it was more to focus on the corporate reputation of the brand than to drive sales, hence driving loyalty and aiming to encourage returning customers. In terms of meeting the needs of the consumer segment, a young female-based demographic, which showcase a lifestyle full of freedom, practicality and modernity, females are known to be more empathetic than men, and therefore more likely to emotionally connect with a charity campaign or non-profit marketing. However, there is a weakness in that Fiat are not expressing this to the public enough. The Ice Bucket Challenge only received 140,000 views on YouTube and did not receive sufficient press coverage, also known as earned media.
Therefore, based on the conclusions drawn on the current media and a review of the competitors' marketing strategies, we have collated several recommendations for the Fiat 500 brand. Initially, we believe that Fiat 500 should continue participating in charitable activities and events such as the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge, yet should do more in order to generate an earned media and press coverage. This is due to the previous successes of their CRM campaigns and the opportunity to turn owned media into earned media, a feat which inevitably generates more impressions and a higher reach for less money.
Our second recommendation for the Fiat 500 brand is their continued use of popular music during all campaigns, as this has proved to be popular with Fiat's consumer segment in many ways. Our research demonstrated that music plays a detrimental role in the recall rates of ads amongst consumers. Due to Fiat's previous success with an ad appearing in the top Shazam charts for several consecutive weeks and Ella Air's cover track released on all major platforms, it is recommended that they continue to use this appeal.
However, we found a gap within Fiat's current strategy when looking at the surrounding marketplace and competitors' activities. Other small car brands such as Mini and Beetle, which are traditionally associated with women, have done some work over the past few years to broaden their main audience and welcome men into their customer base. Therefore, we are recommending that Fiat 500 begin to project a focus onto male consumers too. By targeting a new segment of the consumer market, Fiat would not only be able to grow their target customer base, but also compete with others in the market such as the Mini and Beetle. In doing this, they could become a more reputable brand and influencer in the automotive industry, whilst also aiming to increase their ROI and profit.